Hi everyone, thanks for watching. This is Lowland Props and we exist 1 year now, and that's why we want to make this video. My name is Roy.
And I'm Marvin.
And we're going to talk a little bit about who we are, what we have done in the last year, about our releases, and the releases that are coming up.
And make sure you stay tuned until the end, because we've got a nice surprise for you guys as well.
My name is Roy Gilsing. I'm an industrial designer from the Netherlands, and people might know me from Madawanga.com, where I sell lightsaber parts that I develop myself, and I've been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah, my name is Marvin, and I build these things, studio scale models, replicas of the models they used to create our favorite movies. And I've also been doing that for 10, 15 years now.
That's also the time that we know each other.
Yeah, it was about 10 years ago that we met.
Yeah, we were introduced by somebody else.
Yep.
We've been going to convention displays.
Yeah.
Abroad also, and yeah, that's when we met.
Yeah.
But we were doing different things. So I was more into the props, and you were into skill models.
Yeah, exactly. We're two complementary sets of skills that finally got together in Lowland Props, and now that we've been doing it, it's actually a question. Match. Yeah, and it's a question like, why didn't we do this sooner? Because it fits so well. Yeah, as a challenge, I did the Rebel General badge from Return of the Jedi, worn by Lando Calrissian, among others. And I remember showing it to you, Roy.
Yeah.
And I think you were like, I want
That was
one.
a bit more than a year ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saw that, and then I was surprised, and I'm like, hey, you did this?
Yeah.
And I find it very intriguing, and I saw it as a prop. And then I thought, like, well, if we manage to make the nice display out of this, maybe we can start something.
Yeah, and that's how Lowland Props was born.
So the Lowland Props concept is basically small collectibles where we combine found parts, industrial parts with kit bash parts that you often find. And we do all the research, and we enjoy that as well. But it's basically, props that are normally overlooked and not so well known. Some people might even never notice them before.
Definitely.
So that's what makes them special, and also something else than what most others do.
Yeah, because our concept is to have that ready to display piece. We provide context to the piece by adding background to it nicely on a metal display. So you really get taken into that character that wore it in the movie. Yeah, this concept has been resonating a lot with the community. I think we were quite surprised as how many people have embraced it. Yeah, and it's led to really nice conversations that we had with people, and actually making new friends in the community.
And I would even say that, to compare it with something, it's like, let's say a painting. You put it on the wall in a frame. Yeah. So what we do is the props, but also the framing and the displaying, and it's the total that makes Lowland Props.
Yeah, definitely. Well, each release had its own challenges, definitely. They're all different. They all have unique differences, challenges. I think in the end, what was the hardest for me was in some of these props, we had to intentionally make things wonky, intentionally make them dirty, misaligned, because we're mimicking the original, right? That's what we do.
So far too precise.
Yeah, it's not my nature to build like that. So that was definitely something for me to overcome. Yeah.
And for me, the biggest challenge was, something completely unexpected, at least for me, because all the technical components and the reverse engineering, that's what I usually do. So that's not the hardest part. No. But for me, the hardest part was to actually find the right background materials and the textiles and the coloring, and for example, how many shades of white there exist. Yeah. So especially with the Leia.com, the material was very hard to source. Yeah. And actually all of them was difficult, and we had so many samples of materials that we.
I think we have enough fabric to make a quilt.
I think so too.
Yeah. That's easy. The Jedi communicator, it has a slot inside for the blood sample collector to fit into. But the object is really thin, so to get that slot in there with enough room for this thing to go in, that was quite a challenge. That quite a few iterations between molding and casting to get that right. That was difficult.
It took weeks.
Weeks to get that nice, yeah.
And actually, for me, that prop was also the most complex because there's so many unknown parts to it, and some are sourced and some are created, and so the complexity of all those different parts, that was a challenge. And and also to reverse engineering it, I did several takes of that. In the end we managed, but
I think maybe that complexity is why it is my favorite of our releases.
I agree. And I also want to mention the printed circuit board that we did for that, and that alone had many components. And
that was a project on its own.
That was a project on its own. So very complex indeed.
No, we don't make any mistakes. No. No, seriously, we've been building stuff for ourselves for years and years. That's all fine. But doing a run of 50 or 60 of the same object, that's something else. And unfortunately, on one release, we did have a failure.
Yeah, on the Leacom.
Yeah.
We had some returns because some parts were not glued correctly. And during transport, where there's things happening like temperature and things we didn't expect. And so they came loose. And we felt pretty bad that people got the experience of opening up their box and to find that some pieces were loose.
Yeah.
This is something we felt pretty bad about.
Yeah, that's not the experience we want people to have. But this is the good thing about our community and our followers, is that it's actually quite moving, is that they gave us a chance to rectify the situation, which of course we did. And now everybody has a pristine edition of their Leacom on their collection.
We learned a lot from that.
Yep.
As you learn always from your mistakes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. What I really enjoyed was when I finally saw the Leacom in its final color, because I've been seeing all these color tests and they were a little bit too gray, a little bit too. But when I finally finished that in the color that we agreed, it gave me the thrills because I had this picture in mind and very rewarding.
For me, it's something completely different. I get lost in details. So when I look at a prop, I just see the details. For me, the most rewarding is seeing our lineup. So seeing all 4 releases together, seeing that we're actually building something instead of just releasing a single piece. And just seeing the community that's starting to come up behind our products.
That is rewarding.
Yeah, exactly. People that are sending private messages, demanding to know when the next release is and what it will be. Those are the kind of interactions that are really rewarding to me, at least. Yeah.
So what we have is 5 upcoming releases planned for this year. Very exciting.
Yep.
Of course, sometimes things take a bit longer when you want to do things right. So I hope we will manage to do all of them. But you're going to tell us a bit more about our next release.
Yep. Yeah, so our next release is the Admiral Akbar badges. As you see them here, these are the prototypes. We have approval from the Admiral, as you can see. These are our prototypes. We've been able to ID all parts that were used for this and source them as well. We actually got a little bit of extra reference after our announcement, so we're actually redoing the top badge to make it more accurate to the original.
You can say something about the lower one.
Little anecdote is we saw that the bottom badge was also used on the B-Wing chest box that RS was doing in the hyperdrive. And we were able to donate one to them to use on their release. So everybody has a much more accurate version of that chest box as well. We're happy to it. For us, it's also coming back to our roots because we started with badges and we're doing a badge again. These will be available most likely first week of April. So stay tuned. So we were really happy with the response from the community to our collectibles, and it was just like super positive for us. We've had lots of support from people, so we felt it was time to give something back.
Yeah, so perhaps you didn't have a chance to get one before, or perhaps you just found us now. That's also possible. And yeah, for those people, we would like to give them a chance to win one. So we have each release available, one of each release that we will be giving away. And we will be giving them away one each week in April. And we will select the winners fairly, and all the details will follow for that. So yeah, so stay tuned and follow us for that, and we'll give some more details about it.
Yep.
Thanks everybody for watching. We're very happy that we did this video. We hope that you like us and that you follow us. We have an Instagram, we have Facebook, we have a mailing list.
Yeah, and keep posting pics of your collections and our props in your collections, because we love seeing those, because we have seen some wonderful collections of yours. That's it for now. Stay tuned. I'm sure we'll do a video again soon, and happy collecting in the meantime.
Happy collecting.